He's a good boy. Don't worry. Don't worry. Aha. Don't worry. He's a good boy. I have realized that every time I go from standing to sitting or to like lying down on the ground, I go down on my right side. I bend my right leg. I do that. All of these things put together are gonna create a hip that's out of alignment because it's just like repetitive, it's just consistency. So I gotta have enough intentional consistency in doing everything the opposite way of the way that I did it before. Completely switching which side of my body that I use for all of these different things, how I sit. And like if I ever have an imbalance, where it is. At last. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. God just did some serious healing for my throat chakra. It was that last one. Man. I love you. That's the sound of healing. I love you. What that means is like, I have healed to the point where I don't want to hold on to any of this love anymore. I want to let go of all the love and give it to the world. I don't want it to be something that I'm trying to work on and create for myself. I want it to be something that it's more than I know what to do with. So then I can't help but to just have it spread throughout the world. That's what I love you means. I love you. So it's been a long journey to get to this point. But when I say that, that's interesting. When I say that now, it's like all gratitude. Like it feels healed. Instead of like it's been a great journey, but being like kind of looking back on the parts of it where I'm like the pain. Because that's like the pain, bro. That's what it's all about. That's the shit that you look back on when you're acting as your best self. And it keeps you being your best self, and it makes you grateful. So I'm at this point in my life. I gotta drink some. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. I'm at this point in my life where I've been building my spiritual foundation ever since it was completely exposed. I let go of all the Christian shit and I had nothing of a real foundation to what I believed in, what connection I felt to anything outside of myself in this world. What connection I felt to truth, to reality. I let go of the Christianity shit. I was at a crazy point in my life and I didn't have a foundation. I didn't have anything else that I was like, this is what I believe, not this. It was just like, I need to completely let go of this. And, for me, it was like so that I can learn so much from Jesus, from that part of the story. But ever since I went through that time where I was just like so shaken and lost, I I've been building my spiritual foundation so that now the foundation is truly strong and the trauma is truly healed. And reality is not something that I'm trying to make happen, like truth, love. Love is something that I'm getting back to my natural state of being. But I'm at this point in my life where I've been trying to find out how to find like perfect balance between the physical, mental, and spiritual. And for a while, I was just like kind of more focused on the spiritual than anything. And I'm trying to think about what exactly I want to say. I've been surrounded by spiritual beings recently, in a different way than I was before. And they're all, everyone that I meet has the potential to do great things. But my energy, where my energy is at, is work energy. The purpose of being young and being alive and having the gift of breath and the ability to do what we want in life, before we have our children and before we even have our partner in the physical with us. Work energy is a gift. Like we can create whatever reality we want when we get to that point of, I met the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, my favorite person on the planet, and we have children together that we are raising together. When I get to that point, since I know that that point is somewhere down the road, but I'm right here and I can be present, then I don't want to do anything anymore. Like I think anything outside of this will come naturally. It'll be there. It'll happen naturally, and it'll be perfect. And my energy will be perfect. The experience will be the best that it can be. It will be perfect timing. If I just focus on working every day, like no Saturday, no. I'm just gonna like go from one thing to another, getting my work done, always, forever. For this point, like I'm young, I know what I need to do, and I know the only thing stopping me is not learning more and getting more knowledge. It's having the discipline to be still, to get all to have harmonious, equal growth, mind, body, soul, and to do all the work that I know I need to do in order to get where I'm going. And what I want is I'm a leader. I'm trying to create this team. But the people around me, for some reason, I'm not everyone, and I don't know what's going on inside everyone's head, but from my perceptions and all that, the people that have been around me for right now, I love them all, and I think that they're all going to be successful in their own way. I don't think like you could hang out with me. I'm sure you could, but you shouldn't. Like God is teaching me how to be a leader and a father figure and a role model for this generation. And God is telling me, you need to work hard in life. The whole point of life is to work hard. To figure out how to grow up to the point where like what you want to do is work hard every day. Fulfilling your purpose, doing what you're here to do, doing what will allow you to provide for your family so that when your family is here, you can still work, and you will have so much experience working, and with the mindset and all that, that work will not be what work feels like now. And you can still do all that, but you don't have any anxiety about anything, ever. Ever. Because you worked and you got yourself to the point in the real world like in the material world. You got yourself to a point financially, and you got yourself to a point spiritually through the harmonious, balanced growth of your mind, your body, and your spirit. So you're ready to raise your kid in the best way that you possibly could. You can spend every day with your kid. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to do any of this shit. You can go wherever you want in life. You can do whatever you want to do. You will be most happy then if you set yourself up now to get to that reality, to create that reality. So it's just a choice. It's just like, is it important to me enough? But the reality is, all it is sacrificing your desires in order to act in alignment with that like higher road of decision making and living. So that's just discipline. Like, do I have the choice every day? Every day I'm gonna have this desire and I'm gonna choose the higher path. Thing about that is, like, it's sacrifice, but that's bullshit. Because ultimately, if that thing down the road, that vision, is what's going to make you most happy, then right now, it only makes sense that your purpose in life is not to have that. Your purpose in life is to be putting in the work right now to get to that. And if that's your purpose, then that's going to make you just as happy as that vision will make you when it becomes reality. That fucking grind of, like, I'm going to provide for my fucking family. I'm gonna provide for my fucking family. There's nothing more, like, figure out how to lock into dad energy way before you're a dad, so that by the time you're a dad, first of all, you got that shit down, and second of all, you're a leader, you're a role model. A leader and a role model provides for his or her family before they bring children into this world. That's what I think. I love you. So I've been feeling the vibe a little bit, like some of the people that I'm friends with, they're not vibing with the, like, motivational, like, you have to work hard, you have to grow, you have to do all this shit. I'm not trying to say you have to, I'm just, like, saying for me, but we're talking about success. If we're talking about spirituality or any understanding like that, what are we talking about? We're trying to get successful. I feel like we have this, like, angst of trying to figure stuff out and trying to know all this shit and figure people out and do all this, because we know that someday we're gonna have kids. We're gonna actually be on real life grown up shit. We don't have time to worry about any of this or look into any of it, like, think about any of this shit. When we're there, we know that we're going to be there, or we know that we want to be there, but we also know, if we're really honest with ourselves, that we have to be a provider. So until we're fully committed and living as a provider, then that anxiety of, like, someday I'm going to do that, am I going to be ready for it? Like, be ready fucking now. Right now. So then you'll be, like, you'll be a superhero. So, I love all my friends that God has brought into my life. I love you, team. But moving forward, I want God to surround me with, and to have me interacting with, and learning with, and talking with, and all that, with people who have, like, the Mamba mentality. I feel like I've been hanging out with spiritual people who have this idea of, like, the passive route. Like, in this age, you don't have to, you can just let everything come to you, and you can it's in the work. I feel like what people don't understand is that the most powerful that we are, like, people understand that we're light, we're God, and we're all this, like, we're not just a limited human being. But I feel like this yoga journey and all of it teaches me about the flow state. The flow state is the most powerful state of being that we can possibly be in, and the flow state is a state of work. You're focused on taking care of all of your responsibilities and putting as many responsibilities in the day as you possibly can so that you can fucking destroy your goals. So that you can, like, your goals are not like you're making new goals every day. Like, you're gonna be you're somehow developing more discipline every day. People have this idea with a lot of the stuff that I say that it's like, or like that I do, like working out, all this shit, that it's like, that's who I am. That's my personality. Like, you're in Aries. Aries are tend to like care about discipline or be good at discipline or whatever. So maybe it's more like-minded people. Maybe they're right. Maybe there's this passive way. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to think about it. I don't care about right or wrong or any of this shit. I just care about connecting with God and hearing exactly what my intuition is saying for me and communicating that and living everything that I fucking say. That's all I care about. And I know undeniably, I know I'm like, all of a sudden my energy is not focused on talking to kids. I'm just cursing. It's just like, it's really fucking simple. I don't care who you are. You need to exercise every day. If you want to be the best, if you want to be a leader, I want to be a leader. I'm interested in being a leader. And my intuition tells me that in order for us to take back the power, in order for us to actually, to like stop talking about it, be about it, we all need to be leaders. And we all need to, like, everyone has a different nature, but I feel like everyone has a part of them. So like a lot of vegans have the energy of like kind of like hippie energy of like, this is a vessel, like I'm just light, and I'm just light too, but it's both of those are intellectual because we haven't reached the stage where we actually are just light, because we wouldn't be like affirming that we are light. I love you. I was walking around barefoot in Atlanta this weekend. Thank you. I don't know, life feels so simple. Like, it doesn't have to be strength training. I don't, it doesn't make any sense to me why people wouldn't strength train, at least in the way I do. Like, and I'm going to teach you guys, like, figure out how to do simple things perfectly and choose one of them to do every day. Force yourself to sweat. Force yourself to push past that first and second and third feeling of like, I'm gonna be a bitch, like, before you do the workout. And then also like learn to enjoy where you're tired, but you force yourself through one more. Like, learn the joy in that, because that's the whole point. Like, it's the work. So like, don't neglect the physical part of the work, where like human beings, especially a leader, you're a fucking warrior, because in this crazy age, like, so that's what I was saying. We all need to be leaders if we all want freedom. Freedom is something that you earn, and that's internal freedom. But because most of us are not earning internal freedom every day, most of us don't feel completely free, because our external reality reflects that. So until we are all free, then freedom, as far as the way that we like to think about it, like politics and human rights and all those things, and the government not stealing your money and spying on you, and whatever. Um, all of those things happen. Anyways, all of those things happen when we all reach a state as individuals of pure internal freedom, and we stay in that state. We stay content and constant and determined and focused, and we serve as leaders. And all of our kids start to reach that state where they're like, we are forming a revolution. We are forming a movement where we all evolve our awareness to a point in which this what do you want to call it? This force, this like opposing force, cannot control us anymore. When we all eat perfectly, and we all sleep perfectly, and we all do yoga, and we all meditate, and we all so like there's simple things like journaling. Journaling is good for everyone to work through their mind. So like everyone should write or find some way, even if it's just like talking to yourself, like find some way to work through things. Find ways to connect with silence and allow silence to open up your perceptions to why you might be here, be on earth. And also pray for guidance, be humble, just ask. And then you gotta, this is the thing, that's easy as shit. Can find a way to connect with silence, and then ask silence what your purpose is, and ask silence to be a guiding force in your life every day to illuminate the path and the truth, the path to freedom. And then life is very simple, but it's not easy, because we're here, like this shit is a gift. It's a fucking game. It's a play. Like we're at this final stage where we can illuminate the path to like the final, to beating the game. So just be humble and sincere and pray and ask God, light, love to guide you. And then every day practice that silence. And silence of the mind is a result of silence of the body, and the mind and the body and the breath all unionized and focused on God. That's when the spirit's optimized. We eat perfect, all that. Get into that state every day, and then make the decisions based only on what your intuition is telling you, and not on what your opposing desires and temptations tell you. Everyone has that shit, and it's just who is strong enough, who gives a fuck about their family enough in order to make the sacrifices that are necessary to reach your highest potential. So, I'm asking God for like-minded people, that I don't feel like I'm preaching to people who are like, yeah, with your hard work, whatever. I want people that are like, that I don't feel like I have to, intuition feels like I'm trying to talk to them because I feel like it's a truth that, I want it to be like evident in me and all the people around me, that we're just intensely focused and working hard and at ease. Like all the angst and what should I do next and all that shit's gone, because we're all in work mode. That shit's easy to figure out. Purposely, like you really know what you should do. Work mode, commit to work mode. All these questions that we have, it's because we're not committing to work mode. Stop fucking thinking about it. Go. Go. Like, next time I'm at some kind of an event with Rory, I'm going to get up on the mic. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to align my chakras. And I'm going to talk to the people about love. And I'm going to sing about love. and I'm gonna do all this shit. Intention set, law of detachment. Let that shit go. When the time comes, be a fucking man of your word.